Okay? If you only learn one thing, do nothing.
Let nature do it for you. If you can put yourself somewhere where nature can do it for you, you're in a far better position. It's like you can see, you know, there you can see us rolling a kayak, and here we're float jigging using a centre pin. This is not all about night fishing and throwing pieces of wood. This is about catching wrasse and catching bream and catching gurnard and catching mullet. And
but the main thing you'll ever see, it's got current, or it's got wave action, or it's got something. It's doing something. The more you can get somewhere where literally the water, the wave does everything for you, the better. I was saying to Dave, he was asking me before, we'll go through some of this if anyone wants to chat later on it, obviously once it's all gone, with bucktails. And with a bucktail, yeah, obviously some pipe anglers, they might class a bucktail as something else because you get like a spinnerbait that's got hair on it. Okay, now we're talking like this.
This is the US style bucktail we're talking about.
Yeah, like a hair jig.
These, all you guys that have
if anyone wants to have a look at this stuff, they're welcome to come up and have a look after or before we all shoot off. But we've got these ranging from
all these are, remember, laws that we are now
literally quarter ounce right the way up to 4 ounce. Okay, for on the boat we can do 3-way rigs and that. You're almost doing like a Portland rig, and you can literally lift and drop. And you're using these. You can use them with or without trailer. We use these with plastic trailers, or we use.
Right. You're all. But how many of you have been to America, used this stuff, but then come back and try to do it here? One.
Yeah. How many people have used needlefish in the States? How many have you caught on a needlefish in the States?
How many of you have done it here? Have you caught fish though? You have? Oh, brilliant. Excellent. Brilliant. I'm really pleased. Because it took us 4 years, didn't it?
Let's put it this way. We've been fishing night on the Lure for approximately 20 years. A lot of it came out of necessity because I've got young children, Keith have got young kids, and it was a case of working full time, and it's like, when can I fish? I've got a day off on Sunday, I've got to look after the kids. They're too young to go with me. Right, the only time I can fish is in the dock. Now I know that I can catch pollock on bait, I know I can catch bass on bait. I can't get the wrasse, okay, because they're not, you get the odd one, but they don't particularly want to feed. But I got bored of catching these on bait, and I'm like, well, I forgot to take...
Matching the lure colour to the back of the rocks. We will purposely make sure our lures blend into the background.
Yeah.
Because the more, remember, stuff blends in, right? You won't have, like that, see? As soon as the light changes, we change the lure to a lighter pattern so that it looks natural. Because remember, all prey won't go, eat me, eat me, eat me. It's like, don't eat me, don't eat me. And we found that the more natural we go and the less that it does, and the more we try to hide stuff, the more fish go, you got it.
Better. So there I am, I turned up to a mark just on the harbour, and I'm like, just about to settle my gear up. Oh, don't believe it. Forgot my bait. And the only thing I've got in there is a yan, which is I don't know what, if anyone know what a yan is, it's like a small bar spinner. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm here now, I've had an argument with the wife or whatever. Clip this up, and I'm just like, oh, I might as well kill a few hours. I got the old fag going at that time, so it's 20 odd years ago. I was like casting that, and I was like, just wasting a bit of time, just looking at the old watch now and again. It's next thing, Jesus Christ, what's going on here? And that was the first fish that I caught in the dock. And I'm just like, there's a pollock about 2.5 pounds. I'm like, bit of a fluke maybe. I'm like, I'm well chuffing myself. Cast that again, a few casts later, got another one, about the same sort of size. And from then, there it spawned on. So we started fishing, and at night we're going out, and again we started catching like 1 and 2 fish, and we were doing all this, ripping them down, and like we would in the daytime. Yeah, we were catching the odd fish. And then we thought we were the bollocks and such. And we went to the States and we were like, we'll clean up over there. And we took the fly rods and that, and we were fishing, and we ended up chatting to this guy called Bob Fisher. And everyone was the same as, because we were collectively known over the years. Once we started catching a lot of fish, the bullshit brothers. Okay? because the fact that what we used to do was take photos, or we didn't, because we couldn't afford cameras at the time, or we used to drown so many cameras, as you might have seen, we've like killed 7 cameras during these filming. And because we never took any fish to kill them, and you know, just normal, most people kill a big fish, take it into the tackle shop, oh look at this, look at that, and all of a sudden you get the approval of the tackle dealer in the shop. We never did that, so it was like, yeah, whatever. And they'd be like, oh yeah, chat, chat, chat. And as soon as you close, you know, you went out, they'd be like, yeah, the bullshit brothers are at it again. And we got accused of, you know, you've seen that amount of fish, If we were going out, there's no way you can catch that amount of fish. They're going out, they're swapping clothes while they're out there. They're passing fish back and forth to get a photo with us. Hang on a minute. Anyway, so
crazy.
So there I was in the States, and we got chatting to this guy called Bob Fisher, and we found out he was this, bass angler. And we mentioned this guy in one of the tackle shops, and it was like, Bob Fisher, bullshitter. And we were like that.
Well, it must be good. We knew straight away.
It was like, okay, didn't seem it, So the following year, we got chatting to him, and he was like, oh, I have guests, people stay because we've got like a guest house. So the following year, we're like, right, off to Martha's Vineyard again. And he said to me, all right, I'm off on Thursday night or whatever. And he goes, I'll take you out fishing. We'll go to Bilbin Beach, which is a little beach that heads its way up to Gay Headlights House. And we're like, okay. And he goes, I'll show you how to fish.
Yeah,
the laws at night. And we're all like, yeah, that's fine, we're good, we know what we're doing. The guy battered us, okay? I had one hit, I think you had a few fish.
Yeah, 36 bass in the
about
time
an
it
hour.
took me to actually figure out what he was doing. And we're not talking like little sea rat fish.
No, he was like that, schoolies, but they're like 18, 20 pound fish.
We're like, I'm not behind him, like, what are you doing? It's like, doing exactly what you're doing.
I'm winding the stick.
But it took us ages and ages to figure out that they're slow. This is really important, by the way, now, what we're going to mention.
Yeah.
This is dead important.
This is what we
got wrong for a long
years.
time. The speed at which this comes through the water is not just governed by the speed you turn your handle, it's governed by the size of your reel, the line diameter and the retrieve ratio. Now a lot of Americans are using like 3,000 size VSs, which are way, way bigger than a normal 3,000 size reel.
They're pulling like 40 inches of line or whatever.
Now we are using reels that are only pulling in say 24 inches or 27 inches of line, so we're trying to match the speed almost. So they're saying, oh yeah, we're going slow, we're going slow.
Yeah, that law's like
Why
that.
can't we get it working? Why can't we get it working? So for years and years and years, and then
we were
suddenly
like,
twigged, and we're like, it's because they might be turning at that speed, but their lure is moving through the water so much faster. And we had VSs. We use VS bailless like 100s, great reels. Because obviously, they tractors basically. We can throw them in the water, we can kite with them, we can do anything, and they just work. We don't care about the line, we don't get braid knots or anything, so they just work. But the point is, we had to go at a speed. It's more important to look at what the lure is doing and not the man.
Yeah. That's what we failed.
This is where we've got it completely wrong. So you've got to be the lure, don't try to emulate the man, emulate the lure. Emulate what the lure is doing, because it's the lure that's the bit that's catching the fish. Now, obviously the man is animating it or not animating it, but the difference between the retrieve speeds, like this one I'm holding here, is a level weighted needlefish. When I cast this out, this needlefish is going to just come down and just drift along and slowly fall. If I retrieve it, it will just come back sort of at this speed, because I'm only, like, has anybody trolled and used planing boards and things like that? The more you offer to the water, the more it will ride away from the boat. And the needlefish is the same. If you offer more planing surface to the water, the more it will want to rise up to the top. So it's a fairly simple concept, because obviously it's hitting more of the lure. So if we take then a tail weighted one, this one will come back at this sort of angle, and this one will want to be at this angle. So as you're retrieving, that one will continue at this depth, but that one will ride up there. And believe me, the difference, people will say it doesn't make any difference, but sometimes the difference between that and that can mean the difference between catching and not catching. So it's really important to have, I would say, level weighted, tail weighted, and to play with your retrieve. But don't just rely on your reel or watching your mate who's catching. Like, if you're going to teach somebody, you obviously know how it works because you're catching fish. Throw your needlefish in the water in front of them and show them how fast, because you remember how fast you're going, don't you, when you're catching fish. Show them how fast the lure's moving, so they can then throw it in. And once they've started to get the right speed, or no speed as it's drifting round, you'll find they'll start to catch fish much, much faster than just by trial and error.